AGIBOT is very good at developing the tech. We've seen that. In fact, the executives told us that they've now produced 15,000 of these humanoid robots and only launched 3 years ago back in 2023. These sorts of events where you see robots dancing and singing are really designed to show what the tech can do and what it looks like. But the focus now for AGIBOT, especially in Europe, is actually showing how it can be used and how the technology can be applied in retail situations, in industrial situations, even in office environments. That was the message that they were trying to bring to their partners and potentially clients at this event. We saw all sorts of different types of robots, some humanoid, some of the so-called dog robots, but they're saying that there are all sorts of applications. For example, the dog robots potentially working as security guards or patrol robots, and some of them even tried their best to get into the World Cup team. I'm not sure any of them will succeed in that. But let's take a quick listen to the Senior Vice President of AGIBOT, who I spoke to. He was explaining how important it is that AGIBOT is actually able to show what the technology can do for businesses.
We can consider many scenarios the robot can use, because it's just like human beings. It can do basically everything what we can do. But we must teach the robot and train the robot every day. So in the future, we want to deliver more and more scenarios. And every year, because the humanoid robots develop so fast, and it can learn many things as we train them. So I think I'm very confident about the future. Yeah.
A lot of these robots are actually designed to interact with human beings across the world. Have they been designed to embrace cultural, language and other differences?
Well, some of the people at AGIBOT who I spoke to said actually they can understand 100 languages, and they've been trained to react in real time to changes in facial expression or changes in tone of voice. But the key thing, Sally, is that the algorithms and the AI training is what determines that. It's not the hardware, it's really the software. And AGIBOT is saying that that's why it's so important that it has partners in Europe and the UK. It says they understand the environment, they understand how people might engage with robots. So that's why they really need partners here. And another key point was that the UK has a very good system, a very good ecosystem in terms of AI. So China bringing the hardware, the UK and Europe really supplying the software, if you want to put it that way. Let's take a quick listen to what he had to say.
It's a new industry. Yeah, so we need everybody to be involved in this industry. Like we develop this ecosystem by every industry and every actors. Yeah, so the UK is the most important country, I think, in our, the AI robotics functions. Yeah, in China that we are, focus and work a lot on the locomotion, on the hardware part. Yeah, but for the AI and the software part, I think European can play a very important role, and UK is the most important country in Europe.
So, Sally, we must stress that a lot of the dancing and the singing is pre-packaged, and that's part of the performance. But AGIBOT says it's confident that within the next 10 to 15 years, humanoid robots who can interact with humans almost naturally will be a part of our daily lives. So we're looking at 2035, perhaps a little bit later, robots will be all around us.